When I was a little boy, um, I used to like to sit at the front of the bus. We are traveling. I want to always sit at the bus, not because I wanted to see places or because of any particular reason, but because at the back of my mind, I always thought that if you are at the front, then you would arrive first. I don't know for what reason, but I thought if you are sitting at the front, it's like you are privileged more than the others sitting at the back, because it's like I'm going to arrive first before the people at the back. And this is in my mind as a little boy, that I thought if I'm at the front, then I would arrive first. And it might seem funny and it might seem something stupid to do, but actually this is what we do, that we feel we are better off somehow than others. And Jesus is asking the basic question: who do you think you are? Who do you think you are? What makes you feel you are better than the other person? And St. Paul says it very well in the gospel today, that, in the first reading, that we are like all runners. Okay? We are all running on this race. We are all in this world, and we are heading towards a particular direction. Who do you think you are to be able to judge others? All of us are on the same race. It's just like running, and then you have to advise the person running next to you on how to run. No, face your direction and run in the direction where you're supposed to run. That is why, if we could think for once that we are not the masters of this world, we didn't design this world, and that we are all on this journey, then we will not have gossips. We will not condemn others. Because we ourselves, we have things that we have to deal with ourselves. And this is exactly what the Pharisees and the scribes had as a problem. It was their problem to Jesus, especially in John's Gospel, chapter 8, when they brought this woman who had committed adultery, and they said, according to the law, we have to stone this lady. This is, who are you? Who are you to condemn? You who has never sinned, be the first to cast the first stone. And all of them left because they realized, yeah, it's true, that even though we condemn this woman for what she's done, we also have been culprits. We also are not just in the things that we are doing. We are not free from sin. And that is why they left the sin. My dear brothers and sisters, we could judge, but the only criteria and the only condition for judging is that we are perfect. And of course we are not. There's nobody who is perfect. And therefore there is no room for us to judge. There is no room for us to condemn. There is no room for us to begin to compare ourselves with each other. There is no room for us to begin to laugh at each other because of what they are going through. There is no room for us to begin to feel that we are better off and others are worse than us, because we are on the same path. James, in his letter, chapter 4, verse 11, says that we have stopped being keepers of the law and have become judges over it. He says, who are you to condemn your neighbor? Who are you to pass judgment on somebody you are living with in this world? We could only get a chance, even maybe, to judge if we are dead. Only when we have died and we feel we are perfect, we are in heaven, then we begin to say, oh, this person is not doing the right thing. When I was in the world, I was doing like this. But insofar as we are in this world, we do not have any right whatsoever. Because we are just like what Jesus says. We are blind, and we cannot lead others if we ourselves are blind. That's why he says you cannot take out the splinter from somebody's eye when you have a plank in your own eye. Deal first with yourself. And we could never deal with ourselves until we die, because it's a lifelong struggle We have to keep struggling with ourselves to make ourselves perfect. And we will never, it's only God who is perfect. No one is perfect but God. Even though in Matthew's Gospel it says, be perfect as your Heavenly Father is perfect. In Luke's Gospel, when it says perfect, it means be merciful as your Heavenly Father is merciful. Forgive as He forgives. Love as He loves. And that is what it means to be perfect. That we are able to be sympathetic with people who are going through a particular situation. Because we ourselves, even though we might not be going, we have not gone through that experience, we don't know. We are still in this life. We don't know whether we are going to meet this experience in the future. And we ourselves have gone through also situations that are terrible in the past that nobody might know about, that we know about. So why not use those situations to be able to sympathize with others rather than judging them, rather than condemning them, rather than spending all our time and speaking ill or gossiping about others when we ourselves are going through the same kind of situation. So my dear brothers and sisters, Jesus says it in black and white. There is no gray matter. He says, we cannot be blind guides. We cannot guide other people when we ourselves are blind. We have to have our eyes open. And to have our eyes open is a continuous struggle. We might never be able to see in this world. And that is why we cannot be a model for others. It is only God who is our model, because only Him alone is perfect. And only Him alone can judge. That is why it's a must for us to forgive. Because we also have been forgiven. It is a must for us that we be able to see the situations of others, even if others have hurt us. We have to forgive, because in one way or another, we have also hurt people in the past, and we've also been forgiven. And even if we have never, let's say for the benefit of doubt, that you've never hurt anybody, we have hurt God by our sinfulness, and God has always forgiven us. And if God does that for us, then we ourselves have to do that for other people. We have to forgive, we have to be sympathetic, to love, to be merciful, and not use the fact that we are in a better state now to begin to batter and to put others down. So my dear brothers and sisters, let us therefore ask for that grace of being merciful to others, and to realize that we are also weak, we are also broken. We have to sympathize with those who are broken and weak, because we ourselves are on the same race.